Okay. Hi students. So now we are going to observe question number 121 related to the NEET 2020 question paper. See the question here. Two cylinders A and B of equal capacity are connected to each other via a stopcock. A contains an ideal gas at a standard temperature and pressure. B is completely evacuated. The entire system is thermally insulated. The stopcock is suddenly opened. Observe this here. They are saying that the stopcock is suddenly opened. Now they are asking about the process. So the entire system is thermally insulated. That is the first point. And the process is very quick process. So automatically it will be a adiabatic. The process is adiabatic. Okay. Now see the next question. Two bodies of masses 4 kg and 6 kg are tied to the ends of a massless string. The string passes over a pulley which is frictionless. So according to the diagram, the acceleration of the system in terms of acceleration due to gravity. Okay, in terms of acceleration due to gravity, we know the expression for the acceleration is so g into m1 minus m2 divided by m1 plus m2. So this is the expression for the acceleration that we know. So g into 6 minus 4 divided by 6 plus 4, as already m1 and m2 values are given in the diagram here. Okay, so that is 2 divided by 10g, that is g by 5. So option 3. Okay, so now we will move to the next question. An electron is accelerated from rest. Remember this point, electron is accelerated from rest through a potential difference of v volt. If the de Broglie wavelength of the electron is 1.227 into 10 raised to minus 2 nanometer, then the potential difference is, they're asking potential difference. Okay, and here de Broglie wavelength, they are talking about de Broglie wavelength of an electron. So it is already known formula to us, 12.27 divided by root to V angstroms. Okay, here if the de Broglie wavelength of the electron, that means wavelength is given, they are asking potential. So that means if you square on both the sides, V is equal to, so 12.27 whole square divided by lambda square. Okay, so it will be 12.27 whole square divided by lambda value is given as 1.227 into 10 raised to minus 2 nano. Nano means 10 raised to minus 9 whole square. So if you simplify this, you will get it as 10 raised to 4. Okay, 10 raised to 4. Now see the next question. That is, when an uranium isotope, uranium 235, is bombarded with a neutron, okay, it generates a krypton, okay, 89. Okay, then and three neutrons also they are saying, and three neutrons, and okay, still what we will get. So uranium, so 235 and 92 is bombarded with one neutron. Okay, then automatically, so here in the nuclear reaction, so they are saying that we are going to get a krypton with 89, okay, and 36, okay, mass number plus 3 neutrons they are saying. 3 neutrons. So what is the additional one that we are going to get? So if you try to balance, then automatically, so we can understand that it is a barium 144, 56. So both the sides it will be balanced. Okay, 3 neutrons. So according to our balanced equation, so it is a barium 144. Okay, so now see the next question. Question number 125. The capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor with air as a medium is 6 microfarad. With the introduction of a dielectric medium, the capacitance becomes 30 microfarad. Then the permittivity of the medium. So here we know the formula after introducing the dielectric in between the gap between the two plates of a capacitor, the capacitance will be Kc, where K is the dielectric constant. So here we can write this expression as epsilon divided by epsilon naught into C, as a K is nothing but relative permittivity. Okay, but here they are asking the permittivity of the medium. So epsilon is equal to C dash epsilon naught, okay, divided by C. So C dash, see here the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor with air medium, that is C value. Introduction of the dielectric, okay, that is C dash value is 30 into 10 raised to minus 6, 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12 divided by C value is given as 6 into 10 raised to minus 6. So now if you simplify, so we will get the permittivity of the medium as, so 0.44 into 10 raised to minus 10. This one, 0.44, option 3, 10 raised to minus 10. Okay, now see the next question. This is carbon resistor, color codes are given. So first they are talking about yellow. Okay, according to that B.B. Roy of Great Britain has a very good wife. So yellow is 4, and similarly they given violet next color. It is 7, and next color is brown. So brown means it is going to indicate the power here 1. Okay, and the next they given gold color. So gold color means here tolerance, it is plus or minus 5%. So according to this values, so we can write it as, so 470 plus or minus 5% ohms. Okay, 470 plus or minus 5%. That is option 4. We can go with option 4, right? Okay. So now see that next question, question number 127. A resistance wire connected in the left gap of a meter bridge balances a 10 ohm resistance in the right gap at a point, so which divides the bridge wire in the ratio 3:2. If the length of the resistance wire is 1.5 meter, when the length of then the length of 1 ohm of the resistance wire is, okay. So now uh, indirectly they are asking the length of 1 ohm resistance wire. So here with the help of the given data we can calculate. So what is the resistance? Okay, what is the resistance for this 1.5 meter? So that means here left gap they placed a 10 ohm, and the right gap, what is the resistance value we don't know, so we will try to calculate that one. So x by 10 is equal to, and that resistance ratio is given as 3:2, so 3/2, so it is 5, so x is equal to 15. So that means So in the right gap, so at a point which divides with in the ratio 3 is to 2 given, no? So that means X value we got it as 15 ohm. So the unknown resistance value we got. Okay, now what is the length of this 15 ohm resistance? That is 1.5 meter. So for 1.5 meter length wire, the resistance is 15 ohm. So now, what will be the length? Okay, for 1 ohm resistance, that is the question. So for 1 ohm resistance, it will be, so 1.5 divided by 15, so which will be equal to 1 into 10 raised to minus 1 meter. 1 into 10 raised to minus 1. Option 2. Okay. Now see the next question. The light of a frequency 1.5 times the threshold frequency is incident on a photosensitive material. What will be the photoelectric current if the frequency is halved and intensity is doubled? See here, very important point, the frequency is halved. After reducing the frequency to half, the new frequency will be less than the threshold frequency, no? As they are saying that, so 1.5 times the threshold of frequency, 1.5 times, but here they are reducing to half. So automatically, the frequency will be less than the threshold frequency, so we cannot observe any photoelectric effect. So that means option 4. So no photoelectric effect is possible. They are asking about photocurrent. Okay. See the next question. Okay, the energy equivalent of 0.5 gram of a substance is energy equivalent. So we know that formula E is equal to mc square, and that will be is equal to, so they are asking about 0.5 gram of substance. So that is half into 10 raised to minus 3 into 3 into 10 raised to 8 whole square. So after simplifying, we will get it as 4.5 into 10 raised to 13 joules. Okay. So why I taken this half into 10 raised to minus 3, I think you understood. 0.5 means it is nothing but 1 by 2 gram. Okay. But here we want to write it in kg, no? So that is the reason why 1 by 2 into 10 raised to uh, minus 3 into 10 raised to 3 gram. So this 10 raised to 3 we can write it as kilo. So 1 by 2 into 10 raised to minus 3 kilogram. So I substituted directly this one. So option is 2. 4.5 into 10 raised to minus 13. Okay. So now see the next question. Question number 130. The short electric dipole has a dipole moment. So they given the dipole moment p value 16 into 10 raised to minus 9 coulomb meter. It is not centimeter, coulomb meter. The electric potential due to the dipole at a point at a distance of 0.6 meter from the center of the dipole situated on the line making an angle of 60 degree with the dipole axis. With the dipole axis distance, that is r value is given 0.6 meter, and next theta value is given 60 degree. Okay, now the electric potential, they are asking us to calculate the electric potential. So we know the formula that electric potential due to a dipole 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into p cos theta by r square. So that is 9 into 10 raised to 9 into 16 into 10 raised to minus 9 into cos 60 divided by 0.6 whole square. Okay, cos 60 value is nothing but sin 30 1 by 2. So here both will be cancelled. So if you further simplify, so we will get it as 200 volt. So option 2. Okay, now see the next question. A ray is incident at an angle of incidence I on one surface of a small angled prism and emerges normally from the opposite surface. If the refractive index of the material of the prism is mu, then the angle of incidence is nearly equal. So here we know that angle of the prism is nothing but R1 plus R2. These two are the angle of refractions near the two surfaces. So but here they are saying that it is emerging out normally. So R2 value will be 0. So A is equal to R1. So we know the formula for the refractive index, mu is equal to sin I by sin R according to Snell's law. For the first surface we will discuss. Okay, for the first surface mu is equal to sin I1 by sin R1. So for a small angled prism, no, they are saying. So for a small angled prism, sin I will be approximately equal to I, and sin R will be approximately equal to R. So the formula will be I1 divided by R1. As we know here, R1 is nothing but A. So we can write it as, so mu is equal to I1 divided by A. So now they are asking angle of incidence, no, mu A, option 3. Okay. So we'll go to the next question. See, the quantities of heat required to raise the temperature of two solid copper spheres of radii R1 and R2. Here you observe R1 is equal to 1.5, R2 they given. So through 1 Kelvin are in the ratio. Through 1 Kelvin are in the ratio. Heat and radius. What is the relation? So dq is directly proportional to r cube. So dq1 by dq2 is equal to r1 divided by r2 whole cube. If you substitute, okay, this particular value here, we will get it as, so 27 divided by 8, option 1. So see the next question. An iron rod of susceptibility, that is Xi value is given, susceptibility 599 is subjected to a magnetizing field of 1200 ampere per meter. The permeability of the material of the rod is, the permeability they are asking. We know that the relative permeability, the relation between susceptibility and the relative permeability as mu r is equal to 1 plus psi according to the concept. So relative permeability mu is nothing but mu by mu naught, that is the ratio of permeability of medium to free space. So that will be is equal to 1 plus psi. So from this mu is equal to mu naught into, so 1 plus xi. So now mu naught value, it is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 into 1 plus 599. So that will be 600 into 4, 24. And if you further simplify, we'll get it as pi we will keep as it is. Why means in the options pi they kept as it is. So 2.4 pi into 10 raised to minus 4 we'll get. Into 10 raised to minus 4, option 1. Okay, now see the next question. Question number 134. Assume that light of wavelength 600 nanometer is coming from a star. The limit of resolution. The limit of resolution they are asking of a telescope. So whose objective has a diameter 2 meter is. So limit of resolution. So we are having the formula, direct formula. D theta is equal to 1.22 lambda divided by A. Okay, so diameter, this is A 2 and lambda 600 nanometer. So just substitution and simplification, we'll get it as, so 3.66 into 10 raised to minus 7 radians. So option 1. Okay, now we'll see the next question. Okay. That is the increase in the width of the depletion layer, depletion region. So in a PN junction diode is due to, okay, why the width of depletion region will increase means during reverse bias. In reverse bias condition, the width of the depletion layer will increase. Okay.